there are so many companies that want to be in the sanitation space is not even funny. You know, but when I started it, people, toilet hai, toilet won't get India money, so you know, that was the joke. Yeah. So it was not very easy to get funds. And I would tell you that until 2009, not even, that's not that long ago, 2009 was the first time that I said, look, if I have to grow, I need capital. And if I have to get capital and the bankers are not going to give you capital, I need to get money from the market. How do I get money from the market? The most logical thing to do was go to relatives, friends. But you know, we live in Maharashtra, right? We live in Pune. Relatives kade gele to, so relatives and family and friends, other than your parents. Your parents but you know, other than your parents, your support system is very less. You know, so I had this concept that I need to position myself a little differently and not just call yourself a toilet company. So the smart thing that we did was we moved away from really calling us a toilet provider to a sanitation services provider and liquid waste management company. Okay, so liquid waste management is actually shit. So, but you know, we just positioned ourselves and called us a liquid waste management company. The moment we said that and we put an advertisement in the newspaper, we had a beeline of people wanting to come and work for us also. But at that time, only toilet company, toilet company, who wants to work for a toilet company? But the moment you say waste management, same idiots come and want to come and work for you. So it's actually the way you position yourself. And then I realized in 2009 that we're probably ready to go to the markets, and if I can pull it through, I should go to a venture capital fund and pitch my concept. So I had a friend who is an investment banker, and he had just quit one of the big 4 companies and had started his own consultancy, and he knew a few companies, venture capital funds. And he said, look, your business plan is great, let's make an information teaser, we'll just sort of dress it up and we'll take it to a few people I know. And then I think we met just 2 or 3 people. The second or third one I met was basically Avishkar. Avishkar is one of the largest venture capital funds for social impact, and they were tie up with Willigro as well. So Sankalp, which is the largest, they have this big award ceremony every year for social enterprises, which we won in 2010. That's actually along with Intellicap and Willigro. It's a joint effort that they do. So we went to Avishkar, which is was led by a gentleman by the name of Vinit Rai, and he saw this business partner. He said, "It's great. This is the future of India." I said, "I've been trying to say that to tell convince people for the last 10 years that this is the future of India." So he bought into the idea, and we got a first round of equity investment from Avishkar. And then after that, our turnover kind of almost tripled the next year because we had funds, we had capital, we were growing. In 2013, we got invested by Responsibility, which is the world's largest impact fund. So we got invested by Responsibility, and our valuation was just increasing every year. And now we're looking at raising a third round of capital, and we are valued at about 175 crore. Oh. That's so the whole idea is that it's not only about. I never thought that a company would be so large. Very honestly, मी जेव्हा चालू केली मला वाटलं मी कुठे क्लोज एवढं.
तसा विचार केला म्हणूनच मोठा झालास तू. मोठा विचार करतात आणि मग गडबड होतेस.
So basically, that was really the journey, and the one focus that we had was that we are not going to really deter or go away from our core focus area, which is providing sanitation solutions. We had a lot of temptation that somebody said, "Oh, why don't you start garbage? Or why don't you start this? Why don't you start that? Now that you have capital." So no, this is our core focus. This is our strength, and that's what we did. We just focused on this, and we grew the company. Today, we are providing with low cost model. We've got a rental model, an annuity model. So we provide toilets for the Kumbh Mela, for example, which happened in Nashik recently. We provided 4,000 toilets for that. And all 4,000 toilets are high density polyethylene, high quality toilets. Never have been provided in India before. With the cleaning service, and the next, once we accomplished that, Pandharpur, we're doing Ujjain, we're doing Haridwar, we're doing all these things. But that's just the event side of things. We are also working on construction sites, and the way we approach construction sites was that we went and told construction companies that, look, you're losing productivity. So they said, how can I lose productivity with a toilet? So we had a different view of explaining to people, not the hygiene is an area, so you need to provide toilets. We said no, hygiene is one part, but you know you're losing on productivity. So how? So if I put a toilet, you have a construction site, and if I put a toilet, you know, in that corner over there, your laborer from here, where the construction work is happening, has to travel about 600 meters every time, and he does that 3 times a day. And you have 200 laborers on your side. Every time he goes and comes back, he spends 12 minutes every time. So multiplied by 3, one guy is losing 36 minutes for you. You're paying him for 8 hours, which is whatever, you know, plus his lunch and... so if 36 minutes are going towards one person, and you have 200 people, it's 200 into 36 minutes gone. You know, if you put your toilet, which is portable, right here, you're going to lose probably just 3 minutes. You're going to bring down your, you know, this cause you're going to get a better profitability. A lot of people bought into this idea, and nobody had ever thought about it. So, you know, we also brought a very scientific kind of an aspect into it. So, where did I learn this? I learned this in the United States. I think, for me, I think my learning space has been going to the US and learning, you know, and how they operate has been in the US. Because I feel like the best place to learn marketing and the best place to really learn about anything which is connected with any innovative stuff is the US.
But you have to do customize in India?
Absolutely. You can't have the same services.
You can take the essential.
Yeah, I mean, for example, you can't tell people in India that start using toilet paper. So you have to modify and make a lot of changes. But yeah, so basically that's what we do. We provide toilets, and then recently we developed a low-cost model which we are working very closely with CSR. So you know now suddenly there was this thing which said CSR has to spend a certain percentage. You know, for CSR, every corporate has to spend for CSR. We got a lot of attention from numerous companies, and they came to us and said, "Look, why don't you provide us toilets?" So we came out with the low-cost model. And the low-cost model is not something which we do entirely. What we do is we provide a mold which we give to a rural entrepreneur. So it's a micro-enterprise model. So the rural entrepreneur will buy that mold from us for a fee, and he will locally manufacture those toilets for his people in the village itself. He will go and construct them, he will go and install them. So it's his business model. All he does is he buys the mold from me and some critical components for that toilet from us. So we may not get a very large component, but the volume in India is so large that business itself, if we put it on paper and as per our business plan, is something like 5,500 crores. So if we can even get into, and this is not the entire, this is just a small part of the market share, but if we can get into this, you know, the scale is so tremendous that there could be hundreds of entrepreneurs like me who could do this. So what I would say is, why you restrict it? Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity in the sanitation space, and it's not like we're worried about competition. You know, in fact, it's complementary for us. I'd like to have people come to me and say, "Mala pan chalu kar," I'll be happy. You know, so that's the aim is to have more people, because the moment you have more people, the density increases, the awareness increases. Automatically, the whole mission and vision that we have is going to be achieved.
Then you are going to open the offices in different states?
We are already in 10 states in India right now.
You have offices
in about 10 states.
Tell us about that. What is your experience of other states?
I would say that
from the entrepreneurship.
Yeah, so I think from entrepreneurship angle, I think Maharashtra is quite high.
Okay, that everybody knows. We also.
I think Karnataka is quite active, and especially for sanitation, I've observed that as we go further south, the level of sanitation, the awareness of sanitation is much higher. Acceptance level is much higher, and it's exactly the opposite as we go up north. For whatever reason, I'm not figured out, and you probably will be able to answer that question more. But yeah, I have observed that in places like Delhi, there's a huge potential for requirement for sanitation services, whether it's construction sites or events or even the peri-urban areas. But the acceptance is slightly low, so they are still apprehensive about using toilets. So hopefully with this new Swachh Bharat Abhiyan and the agenda,
so 10 states, and then you are thinking about 22 states.
Yeah, eventually, why not? So right now our focus has been.
What is the system you work?
So basically every location we have a center head. The center head is a P&L manager. So the profit and loss is his responsibility.
Different profit center.
Yeah, it's a complete different profit center. We have a budget. The budget is made here at our head. We don't call it headquarters, we call it support services. So support services makes a budget for every region. It's headed by a center head whose responsibility is driving business and ensuring that the services are provided on time and to the best of its ability and customer satisfaction. we have a customer care center in Pune, which is like a